You expect Animal House-like behavior at college, not at work. But apparently during the pandemic, many of us somehow became Bluto. We went back to caveman-like tendencies. Thus, a new demand for etiquette and manners consulting by companies. The Swann School of Protocol founder Elaine Swann told the LA Times before the pandemic she would train staff etiquette at companies once or twice a month. Now she gets 4 to 6 requests. Keynote speaker, nationally regarded etiquette expert Thomas P. Farley. Mr. Manners is here with us now. All right, look, manners have been sort of declining, right, over time. Sir and ma'am kind of went out the window a while ago, much to my father and grandmother's chagrin. But did the pandemic accelerate it, or did we actually kind of, regress as humans?
Leland, I think we're dealing with two very specific issues in the workplace at the moment. And the first is, for those who've been out in the workforce for multiple decades, they started to get a little bit sloppy. So the way they dress, the way they carry themselves, the idea of showing up disappeared even as a concept. You were suddenly on Zoom and maybe you didn't even turn on your camera, let alone put on your workaday clothing. So that's the first issue. And I think people really got out of practice. And all the studies are showing that hybrid work really is our new norm for white collar America. So you're perhaps 2 days from home, 3 days in the office. So we have this mix that's really kind of taken us out of our game. The second factor, and this is a big one, and I would say this is the preponderance of the work that I do with business training works, is that young people, so we're talking Generation Z, those who came of age and moved into the workforce at the peak of the pandemic, they simply never have had that 5-day-a-week corporate experience upon which to draw when it comes to, we're not talking about teacups and sticking your pinky in the air and going to cotillions. This is not the etiquette that we're talking about. It's professional polish. So how to carry yourself in every interaction so that you show yourself to be capable, confident, and professional. And that's the focus of these programs.
I'm almost wondering, though, there is a work from home class in America, right? There's sort of this elite class that has this. But I'm even thinking about for just people getting, I don't want to say this, but normal jobs, just beginning jobs, starting out jobs, that showing up, taking pride, all of those lessons that were instilled by our parents, where did all of those get lost? Because I feel like, writing the thank you notes went out a long time ago. How did we lose that other element?
I think technology takes a lot of the blame, and rightly so. And along with technology, I would lump social media. So when we look at, again, Generation Z and even younger millennials, these are the first generations who literally don't care about getting a driver's license. They're happy to stay home and interact with their friends virtually. It's not about getting into the car and driving off to the mall or going to the movies. So as we're doing less and less, especially for young people, but all generations, frankly, doing less and less in person, the idea of interacting in a professional way is really...
I'm going to interrupt you because the computer will cut us off otherwise. I would never interrupt an etiquette teacher. Mr. Farley, thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.